if you keep pounding, if you keep vigilant, if you don't give up, and you are unflappable, you will succeed. All of those things are Freedom Watch. Today, we've procured what we promised we would procure: a conviction of Dr. Anthony Fauci on 7 felony counts, 1 for negligent homicide, for effectively killing over 10 million people in this country and worldwide. We know the story, it's not in dispute. Fauci sent the seeds of COVID-19, the SARS virus, to a communist lab in China, in Wuhan, to do gain-of-function research, which was largely illegal in this country. He procured about $3 million in a grant during the Obama-Biden administration. Yes, Biden administration was part of that with Barack Obama. Sent it to the communist Chinese to do research. That lab is known for creating bioweapons. We create bioweapons at Fort Detrick, Maryland. In fact, that's where the SARS virus came from that Fauci sent. It's illegal under international law, but it doesn't bother any country, particularly Communist China and the United States, to violate the law. That's why we haven't ever found confirmation. We didn't get confirmation that China was responsible, because it was covered up by Fauci, because he was responsible for the leak, reasonably foreseeable, that would kill over 10 million people and counting, more than Hitler killed during the Holocaust. Fauci must account. He also lied to Congress under oath. Senator Rand Paul sent a criminal referral to the Gestapo of a Biden Justice Department. Don't expect anything to happen there. That was for politics, that was for fundraising. But your Freedom Watch, we mean business. We're serious. We've got this conviction, and you'll see it. I'm going to send it out with this podcast. We have a sentencing of Fauci scheduled for October 3rd, 2023 of this year. We will be seeking a long life sentence. May he spend the rest of his life in prison for what he has done. This perhaps is the biggest crime of the 21st century, and he must pay. It even exceeds the bribery of Joe Biden, Hunter Biden, and James Biden, and his negligent homicide, Joe Biden in Afghanistan, abandoning our allies and also resulting in the death of 13 GIs at Kabul airport. This is something that must be addressed. So I want you to go to freedomwatchusa.org. Support what we're doing with these citizens' grand juries, citizens' trials. The Gestapo of a Biden Justice Department will not bring about justice. Neither will the clowns of the Republican Party on Capitol Hill. But there must be justice. And it's not just the people who've died. There's post-COVID. I think I have it myself, actually. There's the damage that was done by the vaccines, which Fauci pushed. Many people believe he was getting kickbacks for that with the pharmaceutical companies. These vaccines have turned out to be dangerous. They are an experiment. There was no long-term clinical trials that could validate them as safe and effective. And many people are suffering to this day, frankly. It's not surprising. We thank you for your support. Please go to freedomwatchusa.org so we can continue our work. We will be trying Robert Mueller for what he did with the Russian collusion investigation. We'll be trying several federal judges with regard to January 6th, who have forced peaceful protesters down on their knees to make confessions and putting them in prison for simple alleged trespasses. And by the way, that's our capital. And we're moving on to others as well. Because if the American people do not rise up, if we do not enforce the rule of law ourselves, we cannot count on a corrupt government to do it for us. We have that right. The Declaration of Independence says, as just one example, perhaps the greatest document ever written, I'm paraphrasing, when in the course of human events, the sovereign, the rulers, no longer represent the people, under the laws of nature and nature's God, we have a right to alter or abolish the government and to form a new government by and for the people with equal rights for everyone in pursuit of life, liberty, and happiness. The law of nature and nature's God, not man's law. But yet, this conviction of Fauci is based on man's law. We kept it straight and narrow. And now we will be asking, once Fauci's sentenced, law enforcement to carry out that sentence and to have Fauci arrested and put in prison where he belongs. We will hopefully find brave people in the establishment of law enforcement who have been much maligned in their own right. Cops being killed every day, cops being disrespected because of this leftist takeover of this country. God bless you. God bless your family. God save America. And if we're going to save America, and I have to say this in all immodesty, please support Freedom Watch, because we're the only group out there that will stick our neck out. The rest of them are scared. They get documents, they go on Fox News, but they don't do anything in terms of really looking to solve the problems and to bring about justice. It's good to get documents, but you also have to use those documents, and you have to use them in a way that will end the tyranny that is being foisted on the American people. So stay tuned. Please go to freedomwatchusa.org and Freedom Watch YouTube. See our sentencing on October 3rd of Anthony Fauci. He deserves to be put away. He is perhaps the most heinous criminal of the 21st century. God bless you. As I said, remember, the Father and Son will only help us if we help ourselves. Join our Justice League at freedomwatchusa.org. And you can also apply to become a citizen's grand juror for our future proceedings. As long as you take an oath of office that you're neutral and not biased and prejudiced, and have not been convicted of a felony, you are eligible to be a citizen's grand jury, subject to our review, which is very, very fair. We want fair people making these decisions. I'll be back with another podcast tomorrow, but this is a day that will live in infamy because of Anthony Fauci. Not infamy that was created by the American people or the world, but the infamy of this terrible man. Thank you for listening to me.